Boston and Nelson Adota tip things off in the Garden, and Hartley brings the ball up for the Sun. History goes all the way back to college.
It does. Ohio State and Iowa playing against each other in college, and turnover to start there by Caitlin Clark.
Rivers puts it in. Caitlin Clark continuing.
Responsibility of guarding Aaliyah Boston. High hedge on the ball screen on Clark.
Inside perfectly to Natasha Howard, who has been coming on lately, the MVP of the Commissioner's Cup.
Connecticut really mixing up how they're guarding Clark off of that ball screen action. That was a high hedge.
I don't know what you call that with Tina Charles. That was a little tippy toe shot.
One thing you know about Tina Charles, she has every shot in her arsenal.
Now Sheldon, the height disadvantage against Howard.
Yeah, good recognition. Now you see a trap there on Clark, forcing her to give up the ball, but Indiana keeps the ball moving in rotation, and that's something about this team.
Nelson Adota can't get it to fall. Clark has yet to take a shot. There's the first one, and it goes in. Nice cut by Hall. Boston found her, and then Howard, good ball movement to start things off here for the Fever. Offensive rebound by Nelson Adota, and this time she was stuffed by Howard. Hall spots up and nails it. The three for Hall. The Fever have not missed a shot yet. 7 for 7. They're up by 7.
We're bringing that next level of exposure to women's sports. I love it.
That basket stopped 8 for 8.
Sanaya Rivers now guarding Caitlin Clark, really putting the pressure on. She's a little taller than J.C. Sheldon. The Indiana Fever 30% from 3 on the road, so they're going to need to shoot better than that tonight.
Tina gets inside. Ari McDonald. What a pickup she has been. Came in as a injury replacement player. There's Sophie Cunningham.
And back cut by Lacan.
The rookie out of France, and it didn't take long for Indiana to strike back.
That is after a
It's going to be spectacular. Kelsey Mitchell with the last basket, and then Anissa Morrow. How about that?
That's rather newly assembled and with some new pieces.
Only 2 returning players for Connecticut from last season, one of whom is Mabry, who's on the bench hurt. Ari listed at 5'6". Lindsay Allen. Clark with 3 of the 4 turnovers for Indy. Another pass inside. Good job by Mitchell to gather. Boston also bringing the ball up, especially when Clark was out with her injuries. Was called on to do that a little bit more. Kelsey Mitchell, man. Well, Boston brings it up. Clark off glass. Clark now with 5 points. And that Hartley shot. All alone, Charles wanted the ball, got it, and nailed it.
That is all day, every day for Tina Charles.
Good ball movement around the horn, and then Rivers made the decision to go at Boston. That didn't work out, but Nelson Adota cleaned it up.
That offensive rebound, and Hull is off.
Now a 7-0 Connecticut run has cut it to a 1-possession game. And then Hartley.
You needed to be adjusted coming into this game and understanding the physicality. That is the type of play she needs from Kelsey Mitchell. She's asking them to be more physical, especially in the paint.
And Mitchell with the nice finish that ends the drought. And Aaliyah Boston has not scored a field goal yet. She only has 1 point. Sanaya Rivers. Caitlin Clark will be participating in the 3-point shooting competition. Mitchell. Cunningham, and the 3 falls. And did some great things with them, taking them to their first ever Eurobasket gold a couple of years ago.
We have to give a nod to Allie Quigley, who had her jersey retired in Chicago, who was the best all time at that 3-point competition. What, 4 wins?
Remarkable career for Allie. Clark trying to turn the corner. Hull goes behind her back to find Howard.
Really good interior passing and patience by Indiana as the defense collapsed.
Charles, that's one of her spots, isn't it?
She can face up, she can put it on the deck, she has a nice jump shot, like she has everything.
Howard. No fouls called.
Another opportunity on the O glass.
Cunningham already has 1-3, make it 2.
When all else fails,
the ball does go over to Connecticut, and they do retain their challenge. Fever don't have any. And LeCon scores right off the inbounds. And I'm going to go to my fallback, Tamika Catchings. And the answer is?
Her mother passed away just 2 weeks after the draft. She said her best friend and greatest inspiration, she always replays to herself as there's a look up the floor for Kelsey Mitchell. Sanaya Rivers told me that she always repeats to herself. She said she has the best seat from heaven right now, and I know that's the same thing she'd be letting me know right now.
That's a tough thing, especially someone as young as Rivers, so close to her mom.
She continues to stack them. Create some distance at the top.
Cunningham on the baseline.
I mean, whether it's spotting up from 3, making good decisions, cutting off the ball when she's needed to, she's really been focused in. And LeCon
available. And she said what's really hurting is the no practice time. So many games crammed in. Morrow off glass.
It's making Connecticut uncomfortable with Indiana's defense, but credit Connecticut for staying on the attack.
10th tie of the game, and Boston unties it with her. Clark directed traffic and then got bottled up and stepped on the sideline. Defense by Nelson Adota. Caitlin Clark, 4 assists in the first quarter.
There's that big hedge from Nelson Adota again. She has been active.
That's her second assist. 25 minutes a game since coming back from her injury. She's right around 22 right now. Turnover. Clark got her hands on it, but Sheldon saved it. Colson from behind got a piece of LeCon.
Yeah, I know you were looking for it.
You know, I'm in trouble. Colorway. I love the indigo blue colorway.
Nelson Adota.
Yep. You're right, China. She has made a difference. LeCon, good patience. Sheldon, who has not scored today, gave the ball up. That gets inside, and Morrow delivers.
We're getting the chance to play against her and learn from her.
Passing the torch to some of the great young talent. That is the first points for Caitlin Clark in the second half. I've seen a whole lot of airy tonight. There you take a look at the reset free throws. Gosh, 19 of 25 for Indiana, and that is the first 3 that Caitlin has hit tonight. A lot of whistles, tons of free throws. We saw the last time they played in June. And there were ejections and technical fouls. Caitlin Clark has scored the last 9 points for Indiana. A patented bounce pass. And Caitlin, no Mabry, but they are still making strides. Indiana goes to 12-10. They play at New York tomorrow night. The biggest concern right now is Caitlin Clark, who might have re-injured that groin. But Indiana takes it.